guess what this is? It is the celebration of our 1-year anniversary on this channel. Woo, 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 woo. We're going to have some fun today, you all. I've been at Starbucks. I just got a few little treats. Well, not a lot, but something to kind of celebrate and just chit-chat. So if you're not into chit-chat and you want a true review, this is not the channel for you today. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Barb, and we're celebrating. This is my 1-year anniversary of this channel, and I shouldn't say mine. It's all of our 1-year anniversary. Some of you have been with me from the very beginning, and some of you have just joined or maybe just popped in today. I just say welcome, hello, and we're going to talk about the channel. We're going to name the name we're going to use for people who have subscribed, or even our viewers, whoever doesn't feel like subscribing. It's free, if you like, press the notification bell, whatever. I don't do notification bells for myself, so you can subscribe and not have a notification bell. Okay, enough of that. I shouldn't even been talking about that. But anyway, so we're in a wild polar fleece. Look at this. It says limitless. I thought that was appropriate for today because our bodies may be limited in some ways. You know, you can't do everything in the world, but our spirits can be limitless, and that we can hope, and we can, you can say, well, you can't swim underneath the water for 5 hours or 10 hours, but in your mind you can. Oh, I used to have dreams, you all. Oh, I got to talk to you about my dreams sometime, but we got plenty to talk about today. So I was at Starbucks, and I thought, well, we're going to announce the name today. But I just thought, oh, there goes my itchy nose. It wouldn't be a vlog without an itchy nose. I wonder what that means. But anyway, so normally I get tall drinks at Starbucks, which is a small for those of you who don't know. A grande I thought was large, but that's a medium. And then a venti is large. So I went all out today and I got a grande, which is medium. And I got the chai frappuccino because I'm celebrating, and that's my favorite drink at Starbucks. So I thought I was going to celebrate, get a little cinnamon dolce on the top. I didn't mean to get the whipped cream, but that's okay. But boy, they filled it up good, didn't they? Look at that. Woo! Anyway, let me take a sip. That's my first sip. Whenever I have that first sip, it's just like, everything kind of like stops and calms down in the world. Well, you all, what's I going to tell you? This is my first birthday. I don't know how other channels have celebrated their anniversaries, birthdays, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just flying by the ear, but I got little birthday cake earrings. And I did have a different thingy to wear, headband to wear, but I thought this went better with it. I had gotten this for Mardi Gras, but look at that. Just a different color. So I just thought, oh, and then I got my balloons, all these balloons. There's a whole bunch back here too. But then this is right next to me. So I thought, well, where'd it go? So I thought, well, you gotta have my green, you know. So anyway, how are you all doing? I am so excited today. So let's start with this. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everyone on the channel and YouTube. Happy birthday to us. I should have maracas and shakers and stuff. I didn't think of that till I was coming over here. I said, oh my goodness, I should have blowers and I should have, confetti and all that. So, there's always next year and the next year and the next year. Anyway, so I am excited. So maybe we should name the viewers at the end. Do you think? I know. Okay, let's start with some questions, alrighty. Oh, let me show you what else I got. Where'd it go? I was going to get a ham and Swiss croissant, even though they weren't the best. I just love ham and Swiss croissants. But they were out. So, Scout. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. So I got me, I'll show you. Hello, little Starbucks girl. I got me a little cake pop. I could have gotten the birthday cake one, but honestly, I prefer this one. And hey, I can do what I want. It's my anniversary. It's my birthday. It's our birthday and anniversary. So there you go. I hope you have a little slice of cake or ice cream or a little treat for yourself to celebrate. 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 Dance to the music. I was never a great dancer. I was never a good dancer, really. Anyway, let me take a bite. right? It wouldn't be a vlog without saying, let me take a bite, right? It's so chocolatey, you all. I think I've told you before, I never understood cake pops. It's like a little bite for, this is so rich. Oh, and so good. Oh, yum. That's a 10, man. Women, they. I'll set that here. Take a little sip of my chai, and we'll get to the questions. That chocolate cake pop was so rich and moist. And you can't call it like a brownie, really, but it is kind of like a brownie, but it's better than that. It's really good. There's a light chocolate on the outside. I can't stop from reviewing, can I? So let me tell you. So this channel was started last year on February 5th, which is today, February 5th, but it was started in 2022, and now it's 2023. So I have a beautiful list of questions from people, and so I'm going to, well, here's the first question from Miranda and Keegan's journey, and they have been just wonderful. I don't know, she's a mama, a single mama taking care of her little boy, Keegan, and he's a little cutie patootie, and she asked a question. She said, what made you start a YouTube channel? And then other people had asked other questions too, like Monica and Chelsea. Monica's, how did you come to start a YouTube channel? And Chelsea said, what made you get started with a YouTube channel? So they're kind of the same. So what made me get started? Okay. So Penny just told me the other night that a year, like I started the channel on 2022, right? So she said the year before I was watching somebody reviewing something saying, and that I had said I can do that. I don't recall that. I believe her. But anyway, what happened was, okay, I posted in my very first post, or the post that I posted, I think I posted quite a bit that first month, was February 5th, okay, 2022. But in October before, so 2021 in October, okay, that's what it was. And I think with COVID, I had never really watched much YouTube, but in 2021, I started watching it with COVID and all that. Well, and it was, that guy, oh, I feel so bad. He just died from a cardiac arrest. He had a car accident. The older man, he was on Will and Grace. He's awesome, the little short guy, funny. I was watching him going, oh, I love it. I could do that. I could be just me. But I'm not as fancy I'm not a techie with the camera. So anyway, how did I get started? Oh, you guys, this is going to be a long. So this is the thing. I'm going to cut this off. I'll answer as many questions as I can because you know how long-winded I am. And then I'll continue to answer them as time goes on. Just keep on asking them. Okay, so, and maybe we'll change it from well, I'll talk about that at the end too. I'm going to give away the name. Okay, so in October, I got a phone call. Well, Penny got a phone call from her sister, and her sister had said, ask Barbara if she would like a free cell phone. Well, Penny asked me, and I said, no, I don't want it. And I said, I would have to pay for cell service, right? And Penny said, yes. And I said, we're already paying for the landline. I don't need to pay another phone bill. That's how I am, because I just get so stingy sometimes. Because I had retired, and I couldn't do any part-time work because it was COVID. So I was like, I'm not going to pay 2 phone bills. And I was like, I don't need one of those. Well, what ended up happening was then Penny goes, okay, so she tells her sister and stuff. And then what happened was the next day, Penny's a little researcher. She can find anything, She knows the XY2 for the M5 microphone, amps, whatever, and can figure it all out. Anyway, she's a little genius that way. She'll memorize a whole catalog of techie stuff, of microphones and stuff. But anyway, so she came up to me and she said, Barb, can I talk to you about something? And I said, yeah. She says, I've been thinking about that cell phone. Oh, I don't want a cell phone. And then she said, yeah, but what if you had a cell phone plan that was only $15? And I went, are you sure it's 15? And it was like free text and limited talk. And I said, well, yeah, I could do that. And she said, well, should I call my sister back? And I said, yeah. So anyway, and during that time, I had that fractured heel. I had it in August. And this was now October. And I still had it up a lot. I was having a real lot of problems with this old heel of mine and my feet at that time. So it was perfect because I had to keep my feet up quite a bit. And I call them easy girl chairs, not lazy boy chairs. And so I had my feet up, and so I got the phone. It was real nice. Well, I can't show it to you. Anyway, and because it's right in front of me. But anyway, and I started, I was sitting there so I could put in all my phone information and all that stuff. So, and then I think one day I went to, you'll see it. It's the very first video. Oh, you all. And I don't know if it's a short or it's a video, but you go all the way down. If you press videos under my icon, you press the icon kind, and then you can go to videos or playlists or shorts. But anyway, and I think I was in the bedroom talking about, I was all into that, everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. And so I just started talking on it and going, I don't know, I didn't do anything with them. And then I heard about crumble cookies. I saw someone reviewing it. I think it was Stephanie Pappas. She was reviewing it. And I thought, oh, that looks good. But we didn't have one here. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was Penny showed me or somebody, or I think Penny showed me. They were opening one the end of January, and I was at January 28th. I'll never forget that day. So I went there. I was the first. I got there really early, and because it opens at 8. I was there so early, probably around 6:30. And I was the first in line, and they took a picture of me in the front with the little Mr. Crumbie, and there was a girl, 3 people behind me, and I said, are you going to, because she had her cell phone, she was looking at it, I said, are you going to vlog this? She goes, I might. I said, yeah, I was thinking about it too, but I really did. I thought, she knows what she's doing. I'm not going to do it. But anyway, I got the cookies. I was so excited, so I said, I just started vlogging it. And, that crazy video, it was so long that I broke it into 2, and then I split it up anyway. And I had a blur, and I didn't know why, and I just went ahead and aired it. They said, just do it. So I did it. And then I just kept going to Crumble, and then kept going to other places, and one thing led to another. So that's how I got started. It was no big, wonderful story, but I'm just having fun. Okay, so I don't know if anyone said why, but the thing is that this was the thing. With COVID, I hadn't been, because I didn't have a cell phone, right? And I just had one of those calling card things that's a hassle to use and embarrassing to ask your cell phone friends to call you back. So I wouldn't tell them, and I'd have to spend so much money on long distance calls. So I was missing my old friends. I was missing recent friends, and because of COVID. And then Penny, I hope this isn't too private, but her hearing was going, and I didn't know it at the time. So she was having a difficult time during that time, and so it was hard to communicate with her as far as just long, like how we used to, I mean, we were good and everything, but it was just kind of it was getting tricky. And so this was a way for me just to get it all out, just talk and celebrate and have fun, and so that's what I do. And for those of you who are new, you probably already turned this off. But anyway, what I do is, it's kind of like a celebration of life, but also just kind of celebrating joy and not suppressing it and letting that little child within have a good time. That's kind of how I see it. And a friend of mine down the street said, oh, Barbara, it's like you have a stream of consciousness. And that's exactly what it is. It's just letting myself go. And I've let myself go. But anyway, so that's the deal. Okay. Well, goodness sakes. I don't know how long this is going to be. I've just answered one question. Well, it's really 3. Let me answer some short ones, okay? Oh, this was a good one from Nostalgic Dude, 98. He said, what's your favorite movie? Oh, goodness, you all. I cannot remember so many movies that I've loved. And right now I said, oh, I loved Avatar, which I really did. I like those movies that are just spectacular views and stuff. But I'm going to tell you, that isn't the one. When I saw that question, the ones that popped into my head were 3 of them. And I'm going to tell you what they were. Now, one is very old. I watched it probably when I was a teenager back in the 70s, early 70s. And it was called, and I think it might even be in black and white. I don't know. But it's called Harold and Maude. Have you ever seen that? Tell me if you've seen Harold and Maude. And the reason why I liked it was because this boy was obsessed with death and trying to pretend to suicide, And then he met this older woman who was in her 80s. She was 84, I think. And there's this guy walking. And then, oh no, I think he's going to come over. I'm sorry, I'm talking. Anyway, and so then, he was really sweet. And then, she was obsessed with life, so she would go to funerals, and she'd be in a big yellow umbrella and bright colors, and he'd always be in black no matter what was happening. So anyway, what happens with that relationship, and how he learned how to celebrate life. But anyway, that's how I see it. Now, I know there's twists and turns there. You could go, ugh, but that's the message that I liked. But anyway, that was number one. It just really influenced my life a lot, of going, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can celebrate life. And then the other one was the Green Mile. Have you guys seen the Green Mile? I tell you, it was about this beautiful man with a beautiful big spirit, but people misunderstood him so terribly, and he was on death row. But he would do this thing, and I do it to this day. I know y'all gonna think I'm wackadoodle, but you probably already do. But he would do, can I take this off? Anyway, I liked all the different colors on it. I like things where they have all the rainbow colors, like, well, they're the chakra colors. Chakras are, it was red, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, and then I always say white, because white's all colors. There you go. Anyway, okay, so I don't know what I look like, and I don't care. The mirror's all wackadoodle. Anyway, so what was I going to say? What was I talking about? Oh, no. It would be a video without me forgetting something. I can't remember what I was going to say. But anyway, so the Green Man. Oh, okay. So he would do this thing with all this energy it had. If it was yucky stuff, he'd go like this. I'll do it in front of you. He goes like this. And all these things would come out of his mouth. It was gooblies. So I do that sometimes when I feel like I got gooblies in me or negative energy. And I'll roll down the window. I won't keep it in the car. And I go, get it all out of me. Sometimes I do that before I do a review or vlog this, because I don't want you guys to get any of my gooblies. But anyway, so and so I do that a lot. And then the other one is 23 grams. Have you guys watched that movie? It's just about how when someone dies, and then just before they died, they're weighed, and then just after they died, they weighed. And it's different. And what is that 23 grams? Oh, I like that idea. But anyway, those were some of my top ones. I know there's so many movies I like. So, okay. Should I do another one? Let me take a bite of my cake pop. And I think, okay, I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to talk about the name, and then I better go. Okay. Look at that, you all. It's really not taste like cake. It just tastes so good. Happy anniversary. Okay. Oh, it's so rich. I saw this and I thought, this is wild. I wanted something wild to wear today. Okay. I'm trying to look for a short one. Oh, here's a good question. This is from Maya K. If you could choose your top 3 favorite crumble cookies, if you could choose your top 3 favorite crumble cookie flavors of all time, what would they be? Well, things popped into my head, and I thought, I gotta go look. Now, I don't know if I have everything was rated on paper, but I grabbed all the ones I had, and I went through everything, and it surprised me because you know how you remember a certain cookie or something? You go, oh, I love that cookie. And one of those that I always remember is a key lime pie, honestly. And that was not on my top. But what happened was, sometimes I'd have a cookie twice and I rated it differently. So if that happened, like maybe one I rated as a 10 and then another time I rated it as an 8.5, well then I would kind of put it as a 9.25. See, so certain ones that I might have rated high at one time, another time I might have rated it lower, so they didn't do as well. So these are my top 3. That's what they said, 3 favorite crumble cookies. And they surprised me. One did not surprise me. So, I rate from 1 to 10. 1, you're going to get sick on the side of the road, never want to speak of here again. And what 10 is, you can't stop thinking about it. You're going to tell all your friends. You got to go back for more. So, my number 1, believe it or not, surprised me, is, drum roll please, pecan pie is my number one. Oh, I should have done 3, 2, 1. But anyway, my second favorite is the semi-sweet chocolate chunk, which does not surprise me. I have promised next time they have semi-sweet chocolate chunk at Crumble Cookies, I am getting more than one. I'll freeze them. And number 3, now I honestly don't remember this one, is peanut butter brittle. Now, you know, I told you I rate from 1 to 10, but my peanut butter brittle got a rating of 14. And my semi-sweet chocolate chunk got a rating of 14. But pecan pie got a rating of 15. So those are my 3 favorites. Woo, 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 woo. I wish I could dance better. Oh, you know, the swim. Do, 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 do. Go, Grady, go, Grady, go, Grady, girl. Oh, I wish I had that list. Oh, I have to tell you. Some of our beautiful friends, our viewers out there, there have been like 5, maybe 6 people who have said that they remind me of their grandmother or they wish I was their grandmother. So I said I can be their digital grandmother or their virtual grandmother because I have never had children and I don't have grandchildren, of course. So I say, hi, grandchildren, hi, grandchild, hi. Oh, so I say, hi, you all. Are you behaving? Oh, I tell you, you know, it is fun when, you know, I've never been, oh, excuse me, I'm going to start to cough. I've never been like a godmother. I think that would be so cool. But you know how I love kids. I've worked with kids quite a bit in my life. Oh, it's so fun. I love children. And, you know, there's not, you know, when somebody says that somebody's bad, there's no bad child in the world. I really don't believe that. But anyway, okay, so what other states have I lived in? I said that was the last one. I'm going to do one more, and then we'll finish up. What other states have you lived in? Okay, I was raised in Michigan, Pontiac, Michigan, but I think it's called West Bloomfield, Michigan. And that's like, here's Michigan, you know, and then here's the UP. And like Detroit's around here, I guess. If you look at Michigan, it's like a mitten. And I don't know, Pontiac's outside of Detroit. So anyway, and it says, then I moved to California, and I was only there for, I think it might have been 8 months. Excuse me. I don't think it was longer than a year. I'm not sure how long. And then I moved to New York City, New York. And I was there for 5 or 6 or 7 years. I can't remember. And then there was 3 summers that I was up in Maine, in Portland, Maine. And then I had been doing some dinner theater work in Pennsylvania. I'd be there for a month to 6 months, depending. I can't really remember. So those are, and then so from New York City, I moved to North Carolina, to Western North Carolina. Was going to only be here for like 3 months to a year, and, you know, 39 years later. I really like it here. I think you guys know that. So there you go. Well, let me, and Margaret LaForte had asked me that question. Margaret also asked, real quick, she lives in Rhode Island. Hi, Rhode Island. And she had asked me if I'd ever been to Rhode Island before. I have, and I love Rhode Island. My aunt's really close friend, beautiful woman named Jean, she lives in Rhode Island, and I went to go visit Smith College because I was thinking about attending there. And I visited her on the way, and I have the most beautiful memory. Now, this is going to be longer than I expected. I did the most beautiful memory. I felt, you know, I went to bed. The next morning, I woke up to this quiet classical music. It was so serene. And then she had this beautiful breakfast all laid out for me. And we had a wonderful conversation and talk. And I have never forgotten that memory. And to this day, sometimes I will wake Penny up or a friend up with real quiet, soothing music if they need to get up but they're really tired. Because she could tell I was really tired. I'd been living in New York City, you know. Anyway, just a beautiful person. And she's still alive, and she's wonderful. She's got a wonderful partner. And her partner has blogs. Anyway, and so what was I going to say? And then we went downtown, and I think there was a kite festival there on the coast. it's just, I just love Rhode Island. Yes, I love Rhode Island. Anyway, so yes, I've been to Rhode Island. I wish I'd been there more often. I wish I'd visit more often. You think you're gonna, if you're in your 20s or your early 30s, go travel, you all. You think you're gonna do it later, and life ties you down, whether it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a partner, or you get married, or you have a child, or your health gets bad, or you have an accident, or you go to school, or whatever things, or you get a job and you can't travel. So do it while you're free, because, Kyle, I love to travel, but Kyle, it's tiring too, isn't it? Okay, so that, I'm going to stop there. There are plenty more questions, and some of these questions are going to take me a while to answer. So I think it is time to, name who we are. The viewers, I call you viewers, my friends. I don't think of you as viewers or fans or anything silly like that. I just think the world of you. And, I don't think you realize how often I think about you. But anyway, what was I going to say? Let me put that down. That was my little cheat sheet about which cookies were my favorite. What was I going to say? Anyway, yeah. And so, let me just talk about the name for the whole group of us. And here it is. Okay, so the choices were Barb Wires and Ray Black threw out a lot of wonderful names. Ray, I haven't heard from you lately. I hope you're out there, because you really helped us. Barb Wires, and then Barbies he threw out. Hey said the Sunshine Crew. Ray Black said Barb's Besties. There was an anonymous Barbalicious one. There was Hey said Barb Addicts. PLSR Asmar said Baddies. And Barb-Barians was Madeline. And Barbarians was Linda Hunt. And then Linda Willis was like, I don't think we need a name. And I was kind of thinking maybe we didn't know either. But anyway, so those were the names. So drum roll, please. Who won? It was by a landslide, you all. Ready? What? 3, 2, 1. The name is Barb's Besties. Okay, yay! So I thought we could call us, sometimes I say BBs, or the BB break, or BBB. And so when I'm doing a video, and maybe I don't know what to talk about, or maybe I just feel like we'll do a BBB, and a BBB will be a Barb's Besties break, and I will answer any questions. I'll keep a list going. I'll keep it in my car, but also, so keep asking more questions, and I'll take a BBB, yeah, so that'll be cool, right? And I got a few little ideas with that, but so that's the deal. Oh, you all, thank you so much for hanging out with me today on our first year anniversary of having a YouTube channel. I never dreamed I would do it for a year. And I mean, I just enjoy it. I don't know why. I really honestly don't know. I mean, it's a bigger motivation than you'll ever know. It's not just me saying, oh, I want to do this. It's not. I have lived my life by listening within. Whether you call it the gut, whether you call it God or goodness, or whether you call it, angels or guardians or whatever, the light within. But I've always listened to that small voice inside. I've tried to live my life by listening there. Now, of course, sometimes in life you get really confused. But, and it's guided me. It has not done me wrong. And so I know it's very powerful in me that I'm supposed to be doing this. And whether you all leave the channel and I have two people watching, or whether it grows. And of course, we all hope it grows. But I just want to thank you all so much. I wanted to tell you, after my first paycheck, I won't get a paycheck next month. But it's just, you have to make over $100 to get a paycheck. So I won't get another one for a while yet. But that's okay. I'm doing this out of a bigger reason, right? But I just want to thank each and every one of you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you for watching, for encouraging me, for supporting me, for sharing your life, sharing where you live. We have people from all over the world that come here, and we all hang out together. You know, whether you're over in Cambodia or England or or New Zealand or France, or if you're over in Canada or Chile or Argentina or South Africa or Nigeria or Saudi Arabia. Oh, you all, there's people everywhere. Vietnam, Thailand, it's just Indonesia. People are from, it's just, I don't think you all realize when you're seeing people's comments that you don't know where they live. Now, some of them have told us. So isn't that wonderful that our world, we can talk to somebody way across the ocean, and you know, you might just be sitting in your bed or on your couch. Somebody else might be sitting outside underneath a tree. I might be sitting in my car behind a McDonald's. Who knows? But anyway, I just think it's glorious. I think it's a glorious celebration of joy, and you know, I've had a little bit of conflict within me, like, because, you know, when real serious issues are happening in the world or in our country, in the USA, I wonder, should I address this? And I think I might at times, I think at least for the first couple years, I'm going to stay light and joyful, because I think that's what we really need right now. Now, if I get really, you know, motivated, I think I did it on one of those, maybe I'll put a little, in parentheses, serious, because people are expecting, you know, have fun times, and maybe I'll be serious sometimes. Of course, you know, and you know, one last thing. On the 12 Days of Christmas video, I said, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Yeah, on the 12th day. A channel called Barb, But anyway, one of those days, I had said that I would have a new channel, and it was going to be for gardening outdoors. I have thought a lot about that. And, you know, I'll have to start from square one again to get viewers and to get monetized, which means you get a little paycheck, and they're very small paychecks, but every little bit helps when you're retired. But I think you all, if you don't, you know, I might pick a day that I put some gardening things in there, because they're a different little flavor than the other ones. But I really love gardening, and if you don't care for it, just skip it and then know that the next one's probably going to be a review. So I'm thinking I'm not going to do that right now. It'll be another long road, and I'm pretty fresh just getting this channel off the ground. I really thought I'd be ready, and then I thought that you didn't have to get remonetized for another channel. Once you were monetized, and I do. Since I thought, oh, I didn't realize it. I misunderstood that information. So I hope that's okay. But we'll just continue to have fun. And if there's something you want me to review, I know I've got a big list. I have not lost it. I am going to stay at it, especially when there's not holidays around, because you know how I like to celebrate the holidays. Okay, I have talked way too much. I have just enjoyed you all to the nth degree. I just thank you, and I'm going to let you be. And I want to say to you, happy anniversary! #1, the first year of the Barb Norton channel. Okay, you all, take good care of yourselves. You know I'm going to say that. And if you're struggling, well, just know that we're going to celebrate. Just come to the channel. We'll have a little good time. You know, it's just pretty much every other day or pretty close to it. It's always Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And then sometimes I'll throw one in on a Thursday. Sometimes I'll throw a short in somewhere. Sometimes I'll do one on a Saturday or Sunday. Just depends. But you can rely on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So hang on for those days. But you all, I care about you. And until the next time, let's sing. Ready? Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Doodly-doo. Take it easy, you all, and thank you so much for this wonderful first year anniversary. Yay! Bye-bye.